Catmaster is reading.
Let's just go ahead and start the podcast.
Yes,
Ooh, close up.
I'm John.
So welcome to More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm Kathy.
As we race to it.
And oh my gosh, we have a raid from Catmaster. Thank you so much for that raid,
Hey,
Catmaster.
Hey, Albert, how you going?
Catmaster
Thanks for the
is
raid.
the one whose dog's name is Gonzo.
What? That's awesome. It's the greatest name in the world. Greatest
Catmaster, Gonzo is Gonzo.
Damn it, Gonzo.
Yes. Gonzo.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get all the good stuff out of the way. We want to thank Tectonic Crest Studios for providing some quality products, which we'll be giving away, and you'll be seeing some new stuff from them pretty soon. We want to thank Muse on Minis for hosting all of our stuff and providing a place for everybody to watch, or I should say listen, to all of our things, because you can see all of our videos, not only our podcast, but Kathy's painting, John's Mech Warrior, my D&D stuff, all on YouTube, and the D&D stuff is actually on our audio feeds. We want to thank Metalhead Minis. Metalhead Minis is hosting a lot of our stuff that we sell, like our dice, our widgets, and other things. Also, Linstall is just an amazing person anyway.
She is.
We are a creature creator. You will see some of their miniatures painted on the stream at some time or another. So, other than that, what are we? Episode 181. I forgot. I was like, no, I wrote that down. Episode 181 is what we're going to do. Today's going to be a hobby day, and we're going to talk about some stuff. I'm going to try to finish putting together one of the mechs on heavy gear, the one that I started and never finished. And then possibly when I finish that, I'm going to work on one of the new Privateer Press's new Gargantuans, the Infernal Gargantuan, and start cleaning it up and getting it ready. The Guardian of Souls. So, Kathy, what are you drinking tonight?
Right now in my hand, tea.
Tea.
Beautiful thing.
Earl Grey?
Jasmine. Really, really fragrant jasmine tea. I love it. Also, I have a gin and tonic.
John, what's on your agenda tonight?
I have Fireball mixed with Dr. Pepper, and there's maybe a little too much Fireball in it, so I brought extra Dr. Pepper to fill it back up as I keep going.
Maybe a little stiff drink tonight?
Oh, it's maybe a little aggressive. Perhaps even hostile.
I am going with some Maker's Mark tonight. I finished my scotch, so it's on to Maker's Mark tonight. So, do we have any shout-outs today? Another member of the Night Court.
I can't think.
I don't know if
Marky
you guys
Post.
caught
Marky
last
Post?
week that Ron Popeil died.
Nope. But
Wait,
that was,
Ron Popeil died?
Yep.
Last week.
Ronco?
Of Pocket Fisherman
Yeah,
and and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything made by Ronco.
He died
Get in here
July
for
28th.
1995, and we'll throw in.
He's but wait, there's more. That's right,
wait,
Legionnaire.
there's more.
Ron Popeil. So, unfortunately.
And then, Marky Post. She was 70. She lost her battle with cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah, fuck cancer. And she'd done a ton of stuff. Fall Guy, Night Court, just a ton of things.
The 80s thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I even got her face in my head now.
I give her big blonde hair in my head.
Okay, that's fair. So, that's all I got.
That's all I had.
I don't have anything.
That's all I remember. So, guys, please be safe out there. Please wear your mask. Get vaccinated. Be careful. Make sure you're hanging out with appropriate people. Just be safe. There's too much crap going around right now. And we want you to come back. We want to see you at the next convention, which it looks like we're kind of planning on a Adepticon gathering of the More Than Dice team. Finally, for once.
A coalescence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want to see everybody there. So please get vaccinated. Please wear your mask still. Please watch out. HugCon 2020.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling it, right? Hashtag HugCon 2022. That's what it's going to be for me. Oh, no. I'm just playing hugs there the whole time. I think it's a tournament.
Who can get the most hugs?
If it's tournament for hugs, you'll
I
probably
am
win.
in it for the competitive hugging.
Yes. So,
I will beat all y'all.
Guys, be safe. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, man, struggle huggles, but only with consent.
That's
only with consent. Not going to be touching people that don't want to be touched.
John's already pulling out the Dr. Pepper.
It's a little aggressive. I mean, I haven't had anything to drink today, so my uncle is now dry, so it was BYOB, and I do not really drink beer, so I'm not going to bring hard alcohol to a family function. That's.
You know what you do? You take your Coke and your rum or your Dr. Pepper, you get the 2-liter of Dr. Pepper, and you take and pour some of that out, and you put rum in it. And so now you've got this 2-liter of Dr. Pepper.
Don't pour it out. Drink some of it.
I mean, you don't pour it in the sink. You just, pour it into something else.
Unless you pour a little out for your homie, then you pour a little out for your homie, and then you fill it up with alcohol.
You do pour it out of the bottle, whether you're pouring it into your face or into a glass or wherever.
Pouring it into your face is generally called drinking.
I mean, you could call it that.
I generally do. I'm John.
Anyways, that's or you get the 2-liter of ginger ale, and you pour some of that into a glass. I'll be more specific this time. I'm glad you're not my DM.
Look, I'm just pedantic. This shit happens.
And then put gin in it, and no one's the wiser.
Oh, no, I don't care if they know. I'm just not going to bring hard alcohol to a family function because that shows the problem.
That's I mean.
Plus, I do kind of have to drive back.
That's a good
there's
one.
that. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a fair one.
I mean, when I'm doing family things, it's 400 miles away, so I'm hardly driving back the same day.
Yeah, it's not 400 miles away. It's not even that far. It's just there is a giant bridge that people like to drive like fuckwits over, and everyone's coming back from the beach, so there's lots of traffic. So, I don't know how long it's going to take, ever. Which is if I seem a little, not prepared, it's because I literally ran in and jumped on here with these two. I'm still wearing my swim trunks.
True. Yeah. They're
With
probably damp even.
No.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Not damp. Not at all.
Are they moist?
No, not even moist.
Missy says Missy made whiskey cupcakes for a family function. Ooh, that sounds good.
Aren't you my family, Missy? Jesus.
Oh my God. I like to make rum balls, and my mom and I like to make aggressive rum balls.
Look, I'm not going to argue with the dessert spread because they had 2 types of cookies, brownies, 2 types of ice cream, caramel syrup, hot, fudge syrup, sprinkles, whipped cream. It was a great spread.
Now I want hot fudge drizzled over rum balls.
I'm in. I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
I will. I'll make that, and I'll let you know.
I'll
put out the newsletter on fixing my pin vise handle and hot fudge over rum balls.
Sounds good. What were we talking about again?
Well, I was going to actually talk to you about something because we had mentioned it in our little group chat, and I've been kind of watching it and getting into it. So a lot of people, and it's a decent amount of people, are boycotting GW right now. and getting out of 40K due to some people, causing issues with it.
A
And
topic.
yeah, so I wanted to bring this up because it actually was really cool and I thought it was really interesting. So a couple of the subreddits I follow and everything, GW shut down some personal
Stop.
YouTubes
Stop. False.
or whatever. I'm not sure what actually happened.
Wait, you can't just say or whatever.
Yeah, that's entirely false.
Okay.
GW reminded everyone of what IP law is, and then some people are like, okay, we are not in following that. We are going to voluntarily shut down. Everyone who shut down did it voluntarily because they were violating IP law. You can't make, and GW's not, innocent in this at all. They knew what they were doing. There was a guy out there making, I forget what the number was. I'm not going to say it could be wrong, but many thousands of dollars on his Patreon for doing stuff related to GW. And there's a fine line there. If he's doing 90% GW stuff and he's making, $50,000 a year off it, that's illegal as fuck.
Well, the reason why I was saying this is because the person that was doing this shut down their channel, and a lot of people were upset that he had to shut down his channel or whatever the reason was. Either he shut it down or was told to.
He chose to. Let's
Correct.
use the right words, because he chose to.
Yeah. And so a lot of people are kind of like boycotting GW right now. And it's interesting because while they're boycotting, they're going to MechWarrior as their go-to sci-fi miniature game right now, which I thought was an interesting thing.
It's very odd. The only thing I can think of is because it is the only science fiction IP with the depth that GW has. In fact, it may even have more depth, but let's just say the depth that GW has. But honestly, these people they're going to be frustrated with the gameplay of Battletech. They're not going to stay. You and I both know the last time GW screwed the pooch, they all went to War Machine Awards, then GW righted the ship, and everyone came right the fuck back. Not everyone, most of them came right the fuck back. So, let's take it all with a grain of salt. These are people who are overreacting to a company just reminding people of what IP law is. Wait a minute. I know.
There's people on the internet overreacting?
No. Yeah, I know. This is like, come on, guys. Boycott GW. Cool. You're boycotting because they're enforcing IP law?
And
it's the law.
Here. Hey,
Xander. It's been a while. Let's do the right thing. Like, if you're going to boycott them because they have shit business practices and we hate the shitty way they're making their box sets with two factions, one of which, of course, you don't fucking want, and they don't care about selling stuff so that the scalpers get to have it and mark it up on the secondary market. If you're going to get pissed off because they're not paying people enough money, that's all fine. But don't do it for them enforcing actual fucking law that they didn't make. They have to defend their IP or they will lose it, like the owner of Calvin and Hobbes did. That's why you got Calvin pissing on fucking everything, and there's nothing he do because he didn't defend his IP. So let's tap the brakes a little bit. Think about the fuck you're doing. God, I didn't want to rant today.
Yeah, but Gonzo wanted you to rant, and he knew that's what.
Well, I wanted you to weigh in on this because I knew this was gonna. It was one. I was really surprised that like a lot of people were jumping over to BattleTech MechWarrior type thing. I'm like, to me, it just didn't seem
so
like an equivalent. You know what I'm saying?
It's not an equivalent, which is why it's so odd.
Yes. The
only thing I can think, because this is so. If it's the guys who are upset about their IP enforcement and. Just make sure you guys know why you're pissed off. If you're pissed off because they're enforcing IP law, keep in mind, that's a you thing. And that's fine. We all find something with a company that's the breaking point.
Correct.
If you go there because you love the fluff, we'll call it the fluff. I don't care if people don't want to call it the fluff. Fuck it. It's the fluff. If you love the fluff and backstory, you're going to get it. You got novels after novels after novels for Battletech. There's so much backstory. But keep in mind, the models are solid, but you're not going to get the same modeling vibe because they're all single piece. You can cut and repose them, sure. Painting wise, you'll get some painting love out of it. They're fun to paint, but they're not nearly as detailed because they're different scale. And the gameplay is so different it defies description.
Yes, that's what I thought was so interesting. I was like, what?
I mean,
Don't get me
I would
wrong, I
grab
like
something
BattleTech,
that-
but BattleTech isn't on the same type of scale in my mind. I was like, I like BattleTech. It's a lot of fun. It's, simple, to the point that, I'm not too worried about it, but it's like not on the same,
It's simple but time consuming.
not on
Like,
the same dynamics.
No, not at all. It is completely like so different. So it's going to be weird. I mean, I'm happy they're choosing BattleTech. I love BattleTech. My rekindled love for BattleTech is one of my major joys right now. And I would grab some BattleTech stuff to show you how different it is, but it's all downstairs. So I showed my buddy Frank last night. I would be no nickname Frank for those of you keeping track. But yeah, so it's weird that they're going there. I think it's flash in the pan. I don't think it really matters if it is or isn't. I don't think Catalyst Games Lab can do anything besides just keep it on. Privateer Press, I think, didn't react properly to people coming in, but I think Catalyst should actually take the Privateer Press route, even though it didn't work for them so well, and just see, is this for real, or is this just overreacting and people going to go back as soon as they make some concessions or decide that it's not really that bad or that BattleTech's not for them. But guys, there's a million games out there.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see BattleTech. Shit, I mean, get in there. We can. There's Alpha Strike rules. There's plenty of stuff there. Do some research. Ask some people. There's so much things. Bad campaign and I will punch you.
What do you say this time?
It's song lyrics.
Well, because I did also notice that on a resurgence that it looks like Malifaux is getting a reinsurgence of players for some reason. Did they do a change of rules or just
same
happened
rules?
to happen?
Just happened, yeah. Xander Warlord, yeah, Gonzo technically caused the ramp, but GW sent out like a reminder of what IP law is, and that they do enforce IP law, and everyone overreacted. It's crazy. So we'll see how that ends up. It is, like I said, very weird what they chose to do, what game they chose to go to, but
that's what I thought was very interesting, that a lot of people jumped over to, and not a lot, but I mean a decent enough that people were jumped over to BattleTech, and I was like, really, BattleTech?
I mean, hey, it's a classic game. It's been around a long time.
Oh yeah,
and it's fun, but time consuming because you still have the record sheets and you're marking off individual damage. It's I don't know how many of them are going to love it. I still like it. The rules are simple enough that I haven't played it in, I'm going to say 20 years. And I could play a game right now. I remember the rules. All the rules.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
No, so we'll have to see where that goes. I mean, I'm sure if Privateer Press was in a better position, they would have reaped some benefit, but they are not. And Infinity is the opposite. It's easier to keep track of, it plays quicker, but it's complicated as fuck. And really, what else do you have for sci-fi? I mean, what else? What other big sci-fis do you have? Beyond the Gates of Antares didn't go anywhere.
No.
I don't know if Trevi the Great's game even came out.
Not that I know of.
Oh yeah.
He did some stuff, and then it kind of went on the wayside.
Yeah. So Xander, yeah, Warcaster would be an option, but
Warcaster doesn't scratch the itch that people are looking for in 40K. In my opinion,
I don't think anything is because 40K is. My buddy Frank and I were talking about this yesterday. It's a mediocre game, but what it does is they have so much backstory, and you can have such large armies in the rules that it still has its place and is fun. So I'm not sure.
Which one is Warcaster?
The Privateer Press one.
Because I can't keep track of all of the different games that have war in the name.
What?
I mean, Warhammer. That I get. I get Warhammer 100%. And then every other one that just throws war in the name.
War Machine.
Whatever.
Warcaster.
War Hamster.
War Gods of Egyptus.
Warforge. Yeah.
I got your Warhammer right here. Oh, really? I do. Look. It's a Warhammer.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. It's a lot of overreacting, but I mean, some people, like, every time that happens, GW does lose people for good. But we'll see.
It's like the last time they were out of favor with people, and everybody went to. They did go to Privateer Press. They did go to Malifaux. They went to
Infinity some, yeah.
Yeah, Infinity a little bit. They went to Warlord Games stuff, Bolt Action.
Oh yeah, they have. Hold on, what's theirs called? I swear to God, it's got to be War something.
I mean,
Warlord Games did Ataris, but they also did.
Oh no, Mantic is the one. Mantic has their game.
Yeah, Mantic had War. Yeah,
I don't remember the name of it. What is it called? War Noun.
Yeah, War Noun.
Kings of War?
No, they're Sci-Fi one.
Oh, Sci-Fi one.
Yeah. Sci-Fi War Noun. I like that.
Don't remember.
It's not big enough that it's actually even on their main page, which is scary.
It's pretty dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because...
Flames of War. Flames of War was the one.
Warpath.
Warpath, right. Yeah, come on, people. For the love of God. If you got another game and it's a war game, don't name it War Noun.
Yeah, but see, that's why all the war games are done, so they went to the battle game. Battle Tech. Huh?
Yeah, they didn't go to War Tech.
Oh, Xander Warlord Relic Knights is not technically dead, but it might as well be.
So sad.
Just too bad, because I really think they were going the right way, and they still owe me a lot of shit off. I don't know.
That is a joke, yes.
Okay, good. Making sure. I mean, they're not going to go to Marvel. That's not their style of game. They could go to Legion.
I can see Legion scratching that.
I think Legion is probably the game that would be the closest for them. I think they would enjoy the play of Legion.
Ooh, Conquest.
They go to Conquest. They want to go to fantasy stuff, but these are sci-fi guys.
Yeah. You're right.
Hardcore sci-fi guys like to go to sci-fi stuff. They'll have like the secondary game that's their their fantasy one, but usually it's a main of a sci-fi. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, we can get some BattleTech going.
The joke that I saw was you're totally boycotting GW, but I'm totally getting into Kill Team.
Yeah. Well, Kill Team plays a lot like these other games. I mean, GW's not completely dumb. I want to say not dumb, but I can't guarantee that. They're not completely dumb. They see when certain game things are working, and they like let's steal a little bit of that for our game. I mean, it's not all. I mean, they are somewhat dumb because somehow they keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again.
It's like every 4 or 5 years.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it's like it's a cycle.
The problem is that the GW guys don't see that it's a cycle, myself included sometimes, and it's like the abusive relationship. Just get out and fucking stay out. They're gonna do the same thing to you again, and either you make your peace with it or you get out and stay out.
Yeah, don't act all surprised when it happens again.
Yeah, I want to be completely out. There's a couple things that would get me to play things. Honestly, I'm more likely to play Age of Sigmar than 40K. Even though I would say that I'm not sure it's a better game, but the models I like a lot more. People apparently get upset when I just want to play with Imperial Knights. I don't understand. Giant stoppy robots. It's on brand for me.
I see a problem. Giant stoppy robots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, that thing's still in its infancy, and people are still overreacting, misinformation.
When do we get the John merch, by the way? Hashtag Giant Stompy Robots.
I don't know. Gonzo, where do we get John merch?
Design a shirt and I'll put it up.
Oh, yeah, I'll get right on that. Design a shirt. Okay, sure, cool.
All it says is in giant block letters, Giant Stompy Robots. I mean,
Hippity hoppity. I can't take that one, Danielle. That's a Tex shirt. If Tex wants to make a hippity hoppity get off my property shirt, I will buy the fuck out of that. I may or may not be talking to an artist about artwork also, so we'll see. If I get artwork commissioned, I want to get a starting soon and a be right back screen for when I'm streaming Stompy Robots. And if so, and I can make artwork out of the t-shirts, or if the artist can make artwork out of the t-shirts, I will let you all know. Oh yeah. It's all about wallet math, not game math for them, Arathu. And I mean, that's fine. They're a company. They're there to make money. And they've always said they're committed to making the best models, not the best games, which is good because
true.
they succeed in one, they fail in the other. So, but GW will do as GW does. You want to be surprised, but you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been that way forever. It's not going to change.
No. That being said,
not ever. No matter how many people on the YouTubes talk about what GW should do.
But it is seemed to be the big dogs are in trouble in a couple different things, because I mean Blizzard's in trouble because apparently they are a terrible workplace.
Oh yes, I did hear about that.
Saw a cartoon where person's like, I don't know if I've ever been going to get rid of this, but you can have it. It's like worst game company in the world, and it's EA passing the trophy over to Blizzard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not only is it a bad scene, it is a bad scene, and they are not necessarily doing the right things about it. So we will see how that goes. There is a good point someone mentioned, and I want to share both sides. Someone says, if you boycott Blizzard, you're only hurting the developers. True. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of choice. It's like, it's like you're saying to me, oh, John, if you boycott Chick-fil-A, you're only hurting the people who work there. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, you're working for a fucking shit company. You're going to get my boycott. Does it mean anything? Probably not. Yep. It means something to me, though.
Yep. That's what someone always said to me. They were like, your $1.50 that you were going to spend is not going to hurt them. No,
I was never going to spend $1.50 there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you get for $1.50 there? Shit, man, it's like $10.50.
I won't ever spend anything there ever.
No, neither will I. But I mean, it is the point of my conscience.
Yeah,
it's clear because I wouldn't spend it.
You can only control what you do, and at some point you have to decide if your chicken sandwich is more important than a company spreading hate and trying to enact policies that are directly hurtful to people I know and love.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I would disagree with you. Chick-fil-A is actually that good, but not good enough for me to.
I was never impressed.
I love Chick-fil-A food, but I'm not gonna. I haven't had Chick-fil-A food forever because I'm not gonna. More important to me.
Doggy. Popeye's chicken sandwich. No. Oh man, I want Popeyes. You know what?
You're right.
They deliver to my house. I'm just.
Oh, that's awesome. Rathy's right. He says it's a BS argument. You hurt Blizzard by not paying Blizzard. The fact that Blizzard would rather cut the workers than the bonus of CEO is on them, not the possible cost for it. That is a fair look of it as well. I mean, and also, let's be honest, most of these guys can get other jobs. If Blizzard goes down in flames, there will be a need for a company to pick up. There'll be a void. Something will fill that void. Hopefully, that means that all of those people will get jobs. So we'll see. But it's all on you, you know. Don't let anyone tell you what you should and shouldn't boycott. That is a you decision, what you can personally live with. If you are a realist and realize that you love Chick-fil-A sandwiches and you know that you boycotting them won't do anything and you can live with that, that's fine. I don't care if you have Chick-fil-A. Enjoy it. I just refuse to. That is a me choice. I don't expect everyone to follow me choices. I expect you to make your own choices.
No, I
and
will
that's fine.
definitely not follow all of your me choices.
It is not a thing that I'm going to be like, oh, you did that? Fuck it, we're not friends. No, I don't care. You're
That
fine.
would be silly.
There are only a handful of things like about that. Like in craft beer. Oh,
Yeah, I like craft beer.
uh-oh.
I mean, I'm not drinking it all the time, but I enjoy it once in a while.
Oh, next thing you're telling me you enjoy coffee, too.
I mean, yes.
Oh, shit.
But you know what? Soon I'm going to be stopping drinking it.
Oh, caffeine too much? Shakes?
Yeah. Once it runs out, once the coffee stash in my freezer is gone, I'm not replacing it with any more coffee. I'll be drinking tea.
Ah, man. That
Tea
sounds
in
like
the
a great
morning.
choice.
Yep.
Uh-oh, the craft beer and coffee. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, it's fine.
That's why we're friends.
Those
why
are life choices that you're fine with. It doesn't affect
the only reason.
if you enjoy stuff, I can be happy for you. It's like my Uncle Paul. We were talking today, and he's retired now. He sold everything from his company and shut it down. And he's like, man, it's too bad you guys don't have the tough life I have. I'm just wondering if it's gonna be a good pool day today or not. And I said, respectfully, fuck you. But I'm super glad you're happy and enjoying your retirement. You know, I don't have to care what like other people are doing. If they're having fun, it's not affecting me. It's all good. You know, but that's the way it is. It's Kathy enjoying coffee and craft beer, and Arathu enjoying coffee and craft beer doesn't affect my life at all. Except that they are happy, and their happiness means that I can be happier. Because when they come around, they'll be happier because they're enjoying their stuff. It's all good.
Yeah. I like water too, though. I just like to throw that out. Water is good. I like it. I don't understand people who don't like water, except for if they have really weird tasting tap water. Because I've tasted some tap water that's really odd tasting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've been in places where I would rather drink the bottled, like mineral water.
Ooh.
When I was in Russia, the place where I was staying in St. Petersburg had bits of sediment that came out of the faucet.
Oh.
So always we had the mineral water. And the mineral water that was bottled was it had that sort of, mineral-y flavor like well water has. If you've ever had well water. But I had brought packets of Kool-Aid with me. And I don't know why. Someone must have told me. But I would put a little bit of Kool-Aid in this water. And when you first do it, there's this little sort of explosion that happens. You have to be careful. But it tasted really good.
There you go.
Arathu says Norwegian tap water gives people mouthgasm.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll have to go to Norway and try some tap water.
Right? Yeah.
To be fair, though, Arathu, if you're in Norway, craft beer in Norway is a completely different thing than craft beer in America. Yours is probably actually good. Sorry, Kathy.
Oh, no. No, John. There is good craft beer in America.
There's barely good beer in America, but I believe there's probably a small percentage that is good.
There's plenty of good craft beer in America.
Well, as long as it's not an IPA, we okay.
Oof.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree. I cannot. No.
I like
Wait,
beer,
in
and
fact,
IPAs
wow, all three of us agree on that. That's unusual.
Mm-mm. No on the IPAs.
Yeah, nah. So, any other triggers you want to do right now?
Wait, Banyan keeps getting distracted and he needs to paint? Well,
that's
my world, Banyan.
He does need to paint.
Yeah, he has a really cool werewolf model bust that he should paint too.
Ooh, yeah.
No. Gonzo, he's the only one with an unpainted Marvel Crisis Protocol force. He might need to paint that. So here we go. So I didn't tell you guys. Last Saturday I went to El Marshall's house. We played. It was super fun. Not Brushhead Dave, who was painting Malifaux the week before, showed up with like Thanos and 2 members of the Black Order fully painted, just out of the fucking blue. He went from nothing to like, I've got fully painted models. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
That's
Where
awesome.
did this come from?
That is awesome.
It is. He brought a bunch of dudes and he was in, and he and Paul or Bowie had a good game, and Bowie and I had a fun game. I'm starting to realize that apparently everyone in Marvel Crisis Protocol has their bullshit cards, and I need to just accept that some of those cards are bullshit.
Huh?
And what happened? Venom ate Bob's rocket directly to the face. He was not pleased with that. But Wasp was super fun to play. Holy crap. Like, I'm not sure if she was reasonably effective, but she was super fun to play because she was, like, all over the place. Because when you change forms, you get to place yourself within one of where you are. So it's like you move, you change forms, you move one, and then you're just further up. And, like, I had her run away from... I basically ran away from his flanking movement. And, like, literally, she's like, I run away. And then I transform. I'm here now. Oh, you shoot me. I transform back the other form, and now I'm over here. It was super fun. So I'm looking forward to playing that again. I actually played, instead of playing Avengers that game against Bowie's Spider Foes, I actually played A-Force, which is the She-Hulk-led one. Because since She-Hulk's also an Avenger, I have her in my bus, as we call it, my 10 characters. And I'm like, oh, so one of the objectives has this thing where if you have 6 power, you can take one of the civilians you're holding on to and evacuate him for 2 immediate victory points. And I'm like, well, A-Force, I get to give power wherever I want. That seems like a combo, right? Oh, you damaged me. I give power to this person who's got an objective. Eventually, like, oh, my activation, get him out of there, get 2 victory points. So that worked actually as expected. It was super fun. I don't necessarily suggest having 2 different factions in your bus, but if you've got the characters, maybe give it a shot. Because all my A-Force members are actually also Avengers, so... You know, because the A-Force is basically 90% of the female heroes. So since I've got Captain Marvel and Black Widow and She-Hulk and Wasp in there, and they're all Avengers, I'm like, what the heck? You know, you get A-Force. Give it a shot sometime. I mean, I can keep talking, but someone else should probably talk.
I'm just watching Gonzo clipping the whatever it is he's clipping off of those.
The mubs,
the nubs, yeah. Which is really weird because I was like, I haven't watched this resin yet. But
what model is this?
This is the new Infernal Gargantuan.
From
Privateer Press. For the Infernal Army. This resin feels really weird. It's like really soft.
It might
like
not be cured well.
Cured all the way soft?
No, it's cured all the way. It's just that the it's like really smooth.
I don't want to cast aspirations, but they might be using a different. How about this way? Thank you. Aspersions would be the better word for it. Maybe they're just using a different quality of resin than you're used to.
And that's what it is. I was like feeling it. I'm like, it feels like it's cleaned already, which I know it's not. But it just feels like it, you know, because usually when you get the resin, it's got that weird texture to it, you know, from the releasing agent.
Huh.
And this one just feels clean.
Can I actually say aspirations? Jesus, fucking, I need to stop drinking. I'm not going to, but I'm going to blame it on the alcohol and be out in the sun all day.
That's fine. I can translate. I'm happy to translate for you.
So, listeners, if you have something like that with the really smooth resin, and make sure you wash it and then use automotive primer on it, not regular model primer. Auto primer will work, trust me. For a long time, that was all I was buying, and it stuck to fucking anything. Because I had some resin pieces that were being a bee, and then I started switching to the auto primer, and it worked like a charm. And it's just spray paint. It's just formulated a little different because it sticks to cars. Because they're pretty smooth too. And or you could just take if you have a brass brush, you could run a bash brush over the majority of it, and then it would stick better because then you're making little, tiny, almost unseen divots in it. That's a good thing.
So,
It's like a.
what faction is
Infernals.
Infernals.
Are you trying
Yeah,
to look it up?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't play War Machine Hordes. No, War
This one
Machine
is
versus
the
Hordes.
Guardian of Souls.
Guardian of Souls.
When I was living in Louisiana, we only had 3 days a year with humidity low enough to prime with a rattle can. Fair.
That's I mean, I don't live in Louisiana, and it's not Louisiana humid here, but that's why I brush on prime, because I can do that sitting here at my desk, and it doesn't matter what the weather's like, and it doesn't matter what season it is, and I can do it whenever the hell I want.
I'll be honest, most mornings in Maryland, even during the summer, you can still prime. Now, you don't want to wait till after morning because it's going to get
so humid in Maryland. I swear, everything is always in a constant state of rot.
It's not even that bad.
There.
I don't even like that model. Okay, maybe I don't like that paint scheme.
Towels up. Like, I would get done with a shower and get back to the campground and hang my towel up on a line, and it would never dry because it was so humid.
I don't like the paint scheme that they have for it, but that's
I'm going to say it's probably the paint scheme. That's a terrible choice.
Oh, let me look.
Don't just be sad.
It's white with red. My paint scheme will look.
It's not even white. It's just resin with some red painted on some. It's not even painted. It's Photoshop.
No, it's the digital. The digital render is what I think is what they put up there, because someone complained about that it's like the digital render of it.
Not even painting them off.
No, it looks like no. It's not a. It's the model with Photoshop colors on it.
There's two of them. Which one do you have?
Both.
I clicked on the link.
Why do you have both?
Because there's a Guardian of Souls and another model.
Harvester of Souls. Okay, it is different. Okay.
One's like a ranged and one's a.
I like the Harvester of Souls better with the. It even looks better in that quote unquote paint scheme.
The Canons.
It's okay. Yeah, whatever.
Kathy, you should get the Slaughterhouse. That's your kind of model.
Wait, what? I should get the what?
On the top bar, click Black Anchor Heavy Industries.
On the top, black. Hold on.
Top bar.
Okay, I see it. I found it.
Click that. And then next to those two ugly Infernal ones, there's the Slaughterhouse.
The Slaughter? Grimkin. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's amazing!
You see the little gremlin butt?
Why is it that goblins, gremlins, orcs all have cute butts? Why is that?
Genetics. So I saw that and I'm like, that's a Kathy model if I ever saw one.
I love this. Oh my god, Capmaster, I don't know if you're still in here, but he's painting a Baba Yaga house right now. And this just reminds me of it somehow. I mean, it's a house that's demonic. I'm pretty sure that a house like this tried to eat our entire group in a D&D session once upon a time. I like it. I like it. Yep, that's definitely a Kathy model.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Grimkin Gargantuan.
Wait, the cute butt thing needs to be a D&D meme? I mean, honestly, I first noticed it with Games Workshop models, but like I feel like I should go through all of the orc, goblin, all the bad guy models. I mean, quote unquote bad guy, be it the orc, goblin, ogres, Nurgle, all those things, and just take a picture of their asses and make a collage because I'm telling you, none of the good guys,
Ass montage.
none of the good guys have an ass like that. It's it's a bit weird. I think the sculptors have a bit of a fetish. Saying.
What? No. No.
Sanders asking Kathy, have you seen Savannah Aga, the Fate Keeper from Grim? I have not. No. Although all the Grimkin things I have seen, I've liked. So I guess if I was gonna play,
you'd like the old witch model.
If I was gonna play a War Machine Horde thing, I guess it would probably be Grimkin because I like all those models, and we all know that's what matters.
Yeah, Grimkin is a really cool looking army. I like it a lot.
Sandra has posted the link for me so that I can see.
Which
oh wow, Savannah Aga.
Oh yeah.
That is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like this crazy steampunk house. It's like a Weasley invented it. And there's a little goblin sitting out on the front with a spyglass. Or a bottle. I can't tell from here. Is it a spyglass or is he drinking out of a bottle?
Why not both?
Way, right?
I feel like he finished the bottle and used it as a spyglass. Yeah. Is it a good one? No. Does he care? No.
Oh my gosh. The what do they call that on the top? Like a Dyson sphere?
Astrolabe.
I mean, yeah,
definitely not a Dyson sphere.
But it's not an astrolabe, really. It's like a crazy something that looks like it should rotate all the way around, but doesn't because there's a tower in the way. But it's cool. And it looks sort of like an observatory, which is cool.
Yeah, Old Witch 3. Which means played in Khador and Grimkin.
Khador. The commies, right? That's the commies, right?
Yes.
They don't call them that. They don't call them that, but they are definitely red.
Yes.
They are red rather than dead. And she is Khadorable.
Khadorable. Sanders says the part you are looking at has the map of the world for the game. Oh, okay. That's cool. I remember Jim building he had a wizard or something, and it was a Reaper model, and he built this entire diorama around this model, and it was based on this guy and a globe. So he sculpted one of those little globes that is like inset in a table, you know? And then there's this whole observatory that's up around it, and it's all crumbling, and it's got stairs going up the outside to this telescope. But the dome is, even though it's crumbling, the inside of the dome is painted so that there's constellations on the inside of it, of the night sky of whatever world that is. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they were actual constellations. But that was one of the dioramas in that went off to one person who, over the course of, I think there were a couple years where he and I were just making dioramas around Reaper figures and selling them on eBay. And this one guy always beat out anybody else for these. So he has all of our dioramas, I think, that we did over the course of these 2 years. And I wonder how, are they all in boxes? Or does he have them displayed somewhere? Does he have like some kind of train track of doom going around all these ruined dioramas?
I would say he's got a really awesome shelf with stuff, and it's got all the dioramas there. And he's like, "Look at these; these are great." And all of his guests are like, "Man, those are great."
You can't have.
Well, that would be cool. I always am like, they're just in boxes, and someday, you know, somebody's gonna go looking through his stuff and just chuck them because they don't know.
Nah.
They don't know what it is. Is this a Fisher Price toy? I don't know.
Hey, Big Jim Slade.
Hey, Big Jim Slade. Wait, I can do this shout out thing. I have figured this out.
You just gotta do it quicker than Mizzy. Good luck.
Watch me succeed.
But
Hooray!
not quicker than Mizzy.
Well, no. No.
That's why I don't. Every time I start, I'm like, I'm gonna start, and then like Mizzy's gonna. I'm like, yeah, okay. I know your place, John. Yeah, I think
Just barely, though, she said. It's
Yeah.
fine. He's
Yeah.
worthy of 2 shout outs, I guess.
I think it is definitely their paint scheme when it comes out.
Yeah, this is very. I mean, this model is really good. I mean, I'm just kind of dry fitting everything to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, this
I
thing
think
is
it's gonna be
really
cool.
cool. Yeah,
It's going to be cool, and once you're painting it... Now, is this in the same faction as your other purple and pink guy?
yes, it
Yes.
is.
So
Yes.
you're going to do the same paint
Yep.
scheme with him? Oh, that's
100%.
going to look really cool.
Yeah. Well, you like this model because it has a ton of mouths, Kathy. There's a mouth here on the shoulder.
Yes!
It's got like
It's
6
like a
eyes on top.
Shoggoth.
Yeah. It's got 3 eyes on its shoulder.
Oh, be still my heart.
It's got eyes here and here.
You know,
multiple
all it
eyes,
needs is a bit
another
more
mouth.
tentacles.
I was gonna say all it needs is lots of high velocity ordnance heading its direction.
And tentacles. Because we all know high velocity ordnance isn't going to do shit to it.
Oh, you're not trying high enough velocity ordnance.
No, it just moves right through that gelatinous substructure.
See, so I've seen high velocity ordnance fired at ballistic gel, and sure, the small stuff, not so much, but the big stuff leaves it up. So I'm just saying. That's like someone posted.
It all coalesces again, though. It all coalesces again.
Someone posted a picture of a BattleTech mech and goes, "What do you call this?" Because they're trying to. It's a Intersphere versus Clan joke. I said, "I call artillery strike." And same answer for that thing. I call artillery.
It's really cool. It's got really good detail on it.
Yeah, their paint scheme. They should be ashamed.
They should be.
In fact,
I can't
they bring
even call
dishonor
it
upon their company.
It's not paint. It's not paint. That's
Dishonor.
the thing that's so sad about it.
Dishonor on them. Dishonor on their company. Dishonor on their cow.
Aratha redeems Transformers, John.
All right, Arathi, let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's
Neon wants to know, follows along the joke of what do submariners, whatever, call surface ships. I'll call them submariners because, submariner.
So I'm taking this gun guy, and I'm good. This is not the only thing Arathi. So first, his gun turns into a little dude, like such. It's not actually his gun, but I got it, and it was in his hand, so it's his gun. Stand him back over there. Then take off gun. We're gonna arm out, fist in, arm out, fist in. That goes up. That flip down, kind of covering his head.
Why don't
So
we
you don't
have
have-
John on the big screen while he's doing Transformers?
It's fine. It's just sideswipe.
But it's fun.
That and that. These go up. And they. Oh, see this part. This is a filler part I got as a secondary thing. It keeps coming out. It's kind of annoying. Connect the back end, but do it right, John. Go. Then I need to pull these out.
Yeah, this is definitely a Kathy model.
Close these up so you got that together. The arms come in and fold in like such. Boom. That spin around.
I feel like I would be compelled to add more tentacles to it, though.
Boom. I'll fix that later.
I mean,
Then,
it doesn't actually have tentacles, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It needs tentacles.
then we can. The guns have this is secondary. This is a secondary market gun. You can have them stick together, and then you can flip that out so it's got a little thing. And then you've got a. Let's fix the spoiler here. Boom, boom. You got
Ooh,
a
it's
sort
a
of
car.
sci-fi Lambo.
Car with a gun.
You can take the gun off.
Is it a
And
gun
just
with
have
a
a car?
car or a car with a gun?
Just a car.
The
And then it's a car with
the
a gun.
spoiler's secondary
And then it's a
also,
car.
but
Arathi says, Kathy, you wanna add tentacles to the monster or the Transformers car?
our answer's gonna be why not both?
Yeah, both.
Why not both? I'm gonna open up real quick to fit that secondary part in. I might have to glue it in. It's a problem. So really, what it is so he's got the plastic's empty there. As you see, that one stays in. This one likes to come out a lot, though, so I might have to add a drop of glue to it. It just slides in there. So there you go. For you, I did sideswipe. Normally, I just do a little crab dude because crab dude is the simplest ever. But for you, you'll get an actual transformer.
An actual Transformer.
Well, I mean, come on, just for a bonus. I mean, literally, this guy just goes, unfold that, put that back, unfold that, put that back, grab head. Look, he's a fucking car.
That's.
I love him. I love him dearly, but it's super
pretty
easy.
simple.
That's the, oh Jesus, someone redeemed that while I'm in the middle of playing MechWarrior Online.
Ah, yes.
Usually Fur Polo.
It's hot.
Hey, it looks like it's the media section.
It was
Yes.
getting close, so I was like, I think I'm going to just go ahead and turn it over since I don't have to worry about it.
I don't even know what did I watch? Today I watched half of a movie.
Well, we also have to talk
Oh,
about
I know what I
Loki.
watched. Oh, that's right. Spoilers, all the spoilers. Super spoiler.
Clampdown is the guy's name.
Let's wait until towards the end for
Oh.
the Loki stuff so we can do the non-spoiler stuff first.
It's a car. It looks up. Hey, I mean, hold on. So, it's a pretty cool looking car. You know, it's simple.
It is, but
And
it's,
then
you know,
Let's take
and
it.
it does transform into a robot.
I love it because it's so simple but effective. It's a
But-
crabby dude.
Yeah.
It's not the same level of detail as hold on, as like Grimlock here. But what do you want? It can't all be Grimlock.
We want
I mean-
Grimlock.
I mean, that's why I've got Grimlock. Grimlock's awesome. Sorry, Vince. It's Minsk and Boo, and then Grimlock's got Wheelie on his shoulder.
What is
sort of
on the
similar.
back of your shirt?
It's from Drop Zone Games. Probably the steampunky gorilla mage dude.
Aw.
Yeah, that was their theme, was a gorilla, and we have each one was a different one. So you had like sort of infinity power armor gorilla, steampunky gorilla, gorilla in a tank turret, and then our when we were the Drop Zone dropouts for our tournament teams, we actually had a gorilla with two Uzis as our logo.
Gorilla in a tank turret. Anyways.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. We have one big
Movies.
one that we all need to
Yeah.
talk about, and I have one,
Last.
2, 3.
I have like one other one.
I have
think.
one, but Gonzo's going to chime in on it too.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to be here, so I wasn't sure I was going to get back in time, so I didn't watch
just
anything
have
else.
One other one. Yeah.
Well, I can talk about one that. So I picked up Apple TV because it came with one of my subscriptions. I was like, oh, I'll try it out for a little bit. And there's a couple of Apple TV shows that I was interested in. And so I picked up and I watched both seasons of Servant, which is an M. Night Shyamalan produced TV series.
Okay, produced. I'll give that a pass.
Yeah, he has something to do with it, but he's not always a director. He's not the writer either, but he's producing it. It is very much in his genre, though, type thing. And I don't know if I really dig what's going on because everybody in this show, except for like one person, is exceptionally creepy, psycho, or just straight out, what the fuck is going on? Um, the story is uh, this couple um, had a baby, the baby died. And they have a fake baby to help this lady get past, the problem of her baby dying. And
They have a fake
Uh, I
baby.
I don't have questions.
yeah,
Continue.
it is a fake baby, as in a rubber type, real doll looking type thing. And it is like got like real skin texture and all this other stuff.
Okay,
Really
let's move
creepy.
along. That's creepy already to
Yeah,
me. I'm sorry.
and they hire a nanny, or I should say, the wife hires a nanny for this fake baby. And it goes off the deep end like
The
crazy.
nanny or the show?
The show,
Both?
everything in it, everything goes in it. There's like religious cults, there's
Feel free to
magic.
stop watching.
Yeah, there was. It is creepy as fuck. Good acting, don't get me wrong. A lot of good acting in it. The actors played their part really well. All this stuff. No problem from the actors at all. Um, but it is a very creepy, creepy, creepy show. Uh, it. I watched. I got. Oh yeah, you need an adult for this. There's not like any gore or any nudity or anything. It's just everything that happens. You're like, what? The fuck?
Gore and nudity do not equal creepy.
Yeah. But I
Throwing that
mean,
out there.
yeah. But I mean, just everything that happens in this is really weird. Um, it got renewed for a third season, and I can see why. It hits certain points for people. I don't know if I'm going to watch the third season though.
It reminds me of the episode Next Generation where Data is trying prune juice, and it's like, I hate this. You want more? Yes, please.
Yeah.
It's just stimulating a response from people, and after a year of the year we've had, maybe they just want to have a response.
Yeah.
And it's giving them what they want. So maybe I mean, you don't necessarily like the content if it's giving you that response you want.
Yeah,
Like pop music, is it good? No. But sometimes it just gives you that bouncy thing you need for your stat.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. There was nothing wrong with the acting or the story. It kept you guessing and going, why? Okay, why? That type of stuff. But it is definitely 100% creepy and like right up the occult, religious cults, magic, all this stuff that's just like, you got to be kidding me. Why aren't these like people dead? Or why haven't, you're just like, this is just not right. So I give it, I give it a 2 because it did intrigue me enough to finish watching both seasons. But there's just something weird that's just off about this show. Bad? No. Good? No. It doesn't get the meh, but it did hook me enough to stay with it, through 2 seasons.
It exists in a slightly positive way.
Yes. I mean, because like I said, the acting was really good. The characters are really written real well. It keeps on going, what the? Nah, that's not cool. No way. Type thing. But it pushes some boundaries of creepiness. Nothing like, no major triggers, type thing. But it's definitely the baby. When you first see it, you're like, oh hell no,
HFN.
Yeah, type thing. But I mean, I get it. I understand, why this woman, and they tell you. They do flashbacks to kind of get you to understand why things are the way they are. So it's not bad. But I mean, it's just like, Yeah, I don't know about this. So, I give it 2 space harpies.
Fair
Kathy,
enough.
what you got?
I I over the course of yesterday and today watched some of Robin of Sherwood,
Oh shit!
which is a show from the early 1980s, and I never saw it before.
Oh really? Oh, I
I
watched the
never
shit
had
out of
seen
that.
it before, but oh my god, I love it.
It is. It's great in its way. It's a very
Dated,
uh,
maybe, but
dated.
not that
Yes,
much. Not that much.
it's really kind of low fantasy Robin Hood.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because I'm watching it and I'm like, why do I get energy? I get vibes from like Arthurian legends, and I get vibes from Dune, right? The guy's having visions, and I'm expecting. Tell me of your homeworld, Usul. I'm expecting this to happen at any moment while he's getting this vision. I'm like,
Yes.
I love that that her and the Lord of the Hunt, the Green Man is like their holy guy, and
Where did you watch
and
this on?
it's so found the first episode on YouTube, but the rest of it is I'll post a link
I think I've seen like pictures of this, but
because it's
never watched
free.
it.
Because it's free,
Yeah, it's really old. Oh, Shot Factory. All right.
and
Oh, did you watch season 1 or did you start with season 2?
so this link is for whatever season I'm on, but I
Okay.
started at the beginning.
Okay, then season 2. It changes a lot between seasons. I'm here to tell you, it has that very interesting ending to season 1. I
Yes,
don't want
it
to
did.
spoil it.
I was like, what?
What the
What?
fuck?
I was like, wait a
You can't do
minute.
that. They did
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
man, season 2, they take it and they continue running. You're like, I'm not saying it's okay to do what you did, but you've run with it really
And let
well.
me just say, John Rhys Davies in that one role
Oh yes.
rocked it. Oh my god, I loved that.
Cyrus Davis is awesome in everything. I love the cast of it. None of them are necessarily super standouts, but they're all really solid at their. Maybe Sir Guy is like a weird standout the way he plays it.
I mean, Sir Guy was always a jerk, and I mean, he's an asshole in every story, in every telling of
But he's
Robin
not.
Hood. But
But he's not like super incompetent or super comedy in this.
yeah.
Like they did it well, I think.
And it's just it's funny because the episode I saw today, The King's Fool, John Nettles was in it, and I recognized his voice before I even saw his face, and I knew who it was because he's the star of Midsummer Murders. He's Detective Tom Barnaby in Midsummer Murders, which is one of my favorite British TV series, and I've watched all of the episodes that featured Tom Barnaby like at least 3 times, if not more at this point, some of them. And so it was amazing to see him in a role when he was much younger.
I'm trying to see if I can recognize. I don't really recognize him from anything off the top of my head.
And he had a show that he starred in it had to have been in the 80s.
Oh, Bergerac?
Yeah, Bergerac. I've never
Bergerac,
seen
yeah.
it.
81 to 91. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, never saw that show. But it was right in the middle of that show when he did this one episode of Robin of Sherwood. It's fantastic. It's super fun.
Yeah, the Robin Hood, that Robin of Sherwood series is really, it's not what you're expecting. It was the second Robin Hood thing I saw, the first, of course, being the Fox in the Disney one, which is my favorite.
Errol Flynn was the first one I saw, and I never saw the cartoon Disney one.
But Kathy is my favorite Disney.
I mean, I've seen Black Hole. What do you want from me?
I mean, you get all the passes. You see the Black Hole. It's all good. But that is my favorite Disney.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite tellings of Robin Hood too. It's just super fun and enjoyable. But I really dig how a lot of the early Robin Hoods, you could literally watch them all, and they're all slightly different takes on it, and they're all slightly different genres.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, Errol Finn's a completely different genre than Kevin Costner. In one they use accents, and one
I
is
never
Kevin
saw
Costner.
the Kevin Costner one, and I still haven't seen Men in Tights, and I want to see it.
Oh my
I
god.
think after I finish watching this, I'm gonna have to find Men with Tights.
So I'm going to throw an unpopular opinion, a hot take, if you will. Men in Tights is not that good.
It's silly
It
stupid.
doesn't matter to me. I have to see it.
Yes, the thumbs like you thing in the Disney one, but I love how they're all different. They're doing a good job with Robin Hood because each time they retell it, it's different. It's not just the same thing retold again, with maybe the exception of the one with Taron Egerton and whoever else is in that one. I haven't seen that one yet, but it seems like it's very close to Robin Hood, King of Thieves with Kevin Costner.
It's funny because while I was watching the episode with the iconic archery contest that we've all seen in every single Robin Hood, and we all know what happens. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, and then I'm like, you know,
Well, that series, you don't know if they're going to win. Sure, he's supposed
I know
to,
how this is
but
gonna
is
go.
he gonna?
Also, he had a vision, so, and we all know he's really Paul Muad'Dib. He's like the Muad'Dib of Sherwood Forest.
My name is a killing word. Look, I've said it. I'm gonna see Dune in the fucking theater. I don't care.
Oh my god!
We
Yes.
talk about renting a theater to see it. I'm like, it's only $250 for up to 20 people. That's not actually that bad.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Why would people not do that?
It's really not that bad.
Like everybody chip in, and
You know what? I'll fucking pay for it. I'll get $250. It's not like cheap, but it's like
still,
I could do that. Because I know it's going to be an HBO Max for free when it comes out.
I want to see it in your theater. I would like to go and do that. That would be an amazing way to see a film.
Yeah, Trash. That's $12.50 a person. It's not bad. It's like buying a fucking movie ticket.
Yeah.
And it's even cheaper. You can rent a theater and see some older movies too. Like they had Jurassic World. I'm like, weird, because PD mentioned it, and I immediately went into John mode where I'm like, I'm sure you can do that. And I'm on Google immediately. Work on it'd be like $22 a person. Ain't no thing. But I will definitely be seeing that in the theater. I don't know how.
I feel like I need to find some nerds around here who would do that.
Because I mean,
I think I know the nerds to ask.
So I never saw the sci-fi miniseries of Dune. I know, yell at me if you want to. I love the David Lynch Dune. I want to read the books. I want to see this. I like Dune. It is different sci-fi, and it's so fucking interesting for it.
I saw the David Lynch one before I read the books, but I read the books when I was a teenager, and I read them again in my 20s, and I read the first one quite recently, I think last year again.
Yeah, I gotta finish what I'm reading. It's tough though, because I'm reading Shrapnel #1, which is the BattleTech magazine, comes out every other month or something. And it's got a 4-part story, and only part 1's in this. Part 2's in the next one. I really want to read the next part. But I also need to read my cousin's novel, and then I want to read Dune.
Yes.
It's the hell of books and stuff. I don't read enough. I spend too much time fucking around, so.
So Arathu's asking, you guys think I could pull off tights and those puffy things? Yes. Arathu, I do think you could pull off tights. You'd have to put them on first.
Well played. Anyways, what do you give a Robin of Sherwood, Kathy?
I give it 0 space herpes, even with the cheesy 1980s hair extensions on Robin.
Fair. Oh.
And my friend I'm watching it with goes, man, that girl just has a terrible hairstyle. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? It's like 1100 AD. They don't have hair products. Do you want her to look like Farrah Fawcett? I mean,
Yeah. Gonzo, get your next solo one, then we can finish out with joint stuff.
Okay. I watched, and it was just for background noise. I watched, of course, it's on Netflix, The Vault. It's a heist movie. So I was like, okay, cool. I like heist movies, you know, Ocean's 11 and all that type crap. Yeah, it wasn't that. It was very, very bland. They're trying to rob a vault for the Francis Drake's coins that leads them to Francis Drake's riches, and
I
it was
don't.
bad pacing.
I don't recognize any of these act. Is it? Famke Janssen. Is this a foreign movie?
It's not foreign. The main actor, the younger looking gentleman, is from The Good Doctor, and one of the guys, the older gentleman with the beard, I can't remember names right now, is from Game of Thrones. Um,
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It. Okay.
it's very bland. You're like, okay, they hire this kid that just came out of high school to rob a bank because he's super, super smart. And this kid really is
Uh,
supposed to be hired by like all these uh, oil companies because he's super, super smart. It doesn't flow right. It doesn't go right. I mean, everything just kind of just sits there. And it's just like, okay, how are they gonna, yeah, all right. No, don't care. Yeah, I really don't care. I mean, it's better than a lot of other stuff, but it gets the meh rating of 2.5 type thing. You could do it with or without type thing. It just does not care.
fair.
If you got some free time, sure, you got nothing else to watch, but there are plenty better other things out there to watch. I can give you a whole list of better things to watch.
Yeah, Legionnaires. I do want to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I probably wouldn't see it in the theater.
Yeah, I'll probably wait till it comes out.
Not. I mean, if depending when it comes out, like if COVID's calmed back down again, won't happen. By then, I would do so, but there's only a handful of things I would risk the theater for.
Yeah, it looks
So,
fun, but I'm gonna wait till it comes out on whatever.
so for our first one, and we'll try not to spoilery this one because it hasn't been out for long.
Just this weekend.
Yeah, well, Thursday technically.
Oh yeah.
Gonzo and I watched The Suicide Squad. Let us start by saying it is odd as fuck.
Yes. I was texting John about it earlier. It's very artistic.
Yes. So this is what happens, and actually, so I was talking to my buddy Ferk, and we'll do more of this on minis and movies. Yes, that'll be coming back, everyone.
Woo!
Ferk and I'm gonna have Ferk as a guest on one of those. We'll talk about stuff.
That'd be
But
awesome. I miss those.
but he's convinced that DC's just gonna get a bunch of good directors and let them do what they want, and they are. The problem is you're gonna get this, and it's definitely not a bad movie,
No.
but it is odd as fuck, and probably really could have used someone to rein James Gunn in a couple of times. Like, whoa, James Gunn, that's a little too crazy. You're at 13. We need you back down at 11.
Yeah, it was all over the place. I didn't like that there was one of the things that kind of annoyed me was the constant flashbacks through it.
It did not flow well.
No, it did
The
not.
flow was very, and it would have been hard to because you had some people doing things separately. There's some scenes that are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The sneaking into the camp scene,
Yep.
super fun.
Yep.
They have some great banter between like Idris Elba and John Cena and all. Like that's very on point.
John Cena was amazing in this, by the way.
He was very enjoyable. I actually, honestly, the cast.
Yeah.
I would say the cast was, as a whole, very enjoyable. I don't think there was a bad. Again, I don't think me and No Nickname Frank were talking about this yesterday. DC doesn't have a problem with actors or any of that.
Mm-mm.
It is purely a writing problem, and in this case, they wrote too weird of a movie. They need to throttle back a little bit. It's fun, great. Watch it. If you're concerned, watch it. I'm not sure it's worth braving the theater, but if you're not worth the theater, if you like have a morning off or early afternoon off, you're off work or something, go to a theater where there'll be no one there. Perfect time to see it.
The one thing I did notice is there were a lot of scenes in the trailer that there wasn't any like huge surprise scenes. There was a lot of the good jokes were in the
Uh,
trailer. There were a few, but it was like they could
there
have
were some
toned
good
back on the
scenes
trailer. I think.
because they didn't spoil some of the big stuff. It wasn't
Correct.
spoiled. I like that. Overall, I like the movie. I think they made some choices I would not have made, but I understand them. And we might have a spoiler review later, but um, overall, I did like it. It has one of the best callbacks ever. Uh, I don't. I'll tell you afterwards, Gonzo, which one it
Okay.
is.
I mean, I
But
enjoyed it. It has like
smaller
it
bullets.
do what?
Smaller bullets.
Oh yeah.
That was
Um.
was great. You're like, hats off. It has two after credit scenes.
Mhm. And one's really not even after credit. It's like into the thing.
Yeah, end of the movie, but
Yeah.
it's it's out of sequence. So like, there's that one, and there's one at the end of the credits, which is funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
but yeah, I enjoy the crap out of it. I'm gonna give it one just because it's so fucking odd. One space herpy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It doesn't. It's not. It wasn't a zero. It definitely had some pacing issues and
It's
weird
still
things.
it's still so keep in mind. I like the first one. I would call the first one a two-ish. This is a one. It is definitely better than that.
Yeah, I think I like this one better than the original one, um, type thing. But I mean, it like I said, it had some weird pacing issues to it. Had some weird flashback stuff to it. But overall, if you or like this, if you would have cranked it down from 13 to 10,
No, 13 to 11, it would have been fine.
Oh
Because
yeah,
James Gunn fans deserve 11. You want a step above his Guardian shenanigans, because Marvel has big control over who everyone they work from. We understand this. And if DC does more of this, they'll get hits, but they won't make a universe because directors are just going to do what the fuck they want.
yeah. We are doing it. We are getting a spinoff from this.
Yes, we're not going to say who for. Don't say who for because it is
Yeah,
technically speaking a spoiler. Don't look it up beforehand because it is technically speaking a spoiler.
yeah. But there is going to be a spinoff from this. It's going to be a TV show, which
Yep.
I'm all for. It
It'll
looked like
be
it's
on
really good fun.
I'm sure it'll be on HBO Max.
Yep.
And so El Marshall's been watching a lot of the DC stuff on HBO Max, and he's not a DC guy. And he's been enjoying it. And apparently, if you don't know who the characters are, it's much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So there you go with that. Definitely enjoyable. What did you give it, Gonzo? I gave it one. You gave
one.
it.
I give it one
yeah.
also. Yeah,
It
like I
seems
said, it
fair.
wasn't bad, but it was just off.
Yeah, it was just weird. But generally not in a bad way. Just in a what?
Okay. All right. We can do
There
this.
you go. Suicide Squad. If you have HBO Max, it's on HBO Max for free, which is great because I didn't want to have to go to the theater to see it, but it was just looked quirky enough that I would want to. And I don't think if I went opening night full price, I wouldn't have been disappointed, but I would have been not as enthused. For free, it was fucking great. I mean, I hope they made their money off of it and don't lose their shirts because I don't want the ride of superhero movies to stop. I like that now they're starting to get a little crazy. I will take one of these every once in a while just to be like, that was fucking crazy. And everyone watching it, if you want to know what Banyan is like when he's making characters, he's going to make Idris Elba's character in Champions. That shit's going to happen. And I knew it watching the movie. I'm like, that's interesting. Then later, we'll be like, oh, fucking Banyan's making that character. That's going to be his next fucking character. And Idris Elba, greater than Will Smith. Like, I like Will Smith. I did not think Will Smith was bad in the first one. Idris Elba is a much better fit for this style of movie than Will Smith.
Yes, very much so.
There you go.
All right.
And the last one, we're going to spoil the fuck out of Loki.
Here's the spoiler warning.
Yeah, so if
Turn
you
it
haven't
off.
seen Loki and you plan to see Loki, have a good night.
You have a good night.
We will talk to you later.
Come back
Good
in.
night.
Come back and check us out after you've watched it. Come back and just watch these last 5-10 minutes.
See if you agree,
Yes.
and then tell us.
And then go watch Loki if you
Here we
haven't
go.
watched it.
5, 4,
3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
I fucking love this show.
Everybody dies at the end.
I really liked it. I did think the last episode was a tiny letdown.
I will agree with you on that.
I would give the majority of the series 0 space herpes,
Yes.
the last episode, and I would give it 0 overall. The last one I would give about a 1.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad, but it was literally just, I know it's playing into all the next Marvel movies, but you're like, for fuck's sake.
Give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
And that may change after Loki season 2.
Correct.
And I'll be talking about this on Me's Movies with Ferk, because Ferk was not a fan, and I don't want to spoil some of his ideas, but he was not as big of a fan, and we'll talk about that in a separate podcast for you guys to listen to.
I really, really enjoyed it. I love Tom Hiddleston was amazing in it.
Amazing.
His little singing, drinking scene on the car was
on the train. Yeah.
That was just great acting chops and great everything. Him and oh my gosh, Morpheus.
Loki being the god of drunk partying was kind of perfect.
Morbius, you mean
Morbius?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Them together was pretty spot on. They played off each other really well.
I loved that character.
Tom Hiddleston is great at playing off other people, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, because I was thinking about it even in
it's Mobius, like Mobius strip, like Infinity.
Yeah. When he didn't get, even in like Kong Skull Island, where Tom Hiddleston didn't get a ton to work with, he still played off other people so well. He's got that.
I really liked it. I had a lot of fun. The variant Lokis were really fun.
Oh, God, Richard Grant, fucking A, Grant. Like, I love them all, and Alligator Loki or Crocodile Loki is fucking amazing.
And then you also got Frog Loki. I can't remember what his actual
Frog Thor.
Frog Thor, yeah, in there. There was a lot of weird little hidden things in that.
It was a very enjoyable, batshit crazy take for Marvel stuff. I love Sylvie. Sylvie was great.
Yep.
Can't
wait to see more of her.
Not necessarily a fan of He Who Remains. I thought he was not quite. He wasn't enough of anything. He wasn't really menacing. He wasn't really like friendly or any of that. I don't think the guy did a bad job. I think what they were trying to portray was complicated, and I don't think he wasn't a caricature. And I think with limited screen time, it was hard to convey it properly.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's not good. What is that?
So sorry. I mean,
it all seemed to me toward that end part with that guy where they finally get to the end thing. It just seemed kind of like you're in the Matrix, or you just woke up.
Yes.
Or something. And I hate those kind of spins. To me, that's just a cheap thing. So I hope in season 2 they flesh that out better.
Well, yes. Yeah, because it's leading into the new phase of the MCU.
Well, so it's going to lead directly in. It's going to lead into the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I think also into Spider-Man No Way Home based on the cast.
Correct.
So, I'm not sure he's Kang, so I'm not sure what they're doing with it. If they're doing Kang, they're doing him very different than the comics, and we'll see. So we'll have to see exactly what they're doing with him. It might just be that they're doing him as someone else. I've heard that, but I'm not 100% sure. They might be trying to misdirect us, so we'll see where it goes. Ant-Man and Wasp, I think it's going to be 3 movies in 3 movies that he's going to affect. So we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I haven't seen Black Widow, so I'm not really, but that comes out for free in October, so I'm just going to wait 2 months. And I wasn't super excited, but I'm excited for the new phase. I've never been a big fan of going back and feeling stuff out. All due respect to Black Widow, she should have gotten a movie when it was relevant.
Yes.
And I mean, before, like, even if you did, like, here's Captain Marvel, here's Black Widow with, like, some of her stuff she's doing, and then here's, or here's Black Widow, then Infinity War, and then, they should have put it in the right spot. I think they missed the bus by doing it late. So we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see what they do with him. I didn't think this. I didn't think the actor was bad. I think it was more complicated than you can portray in a single episode, since he's only one episode, and not even a lot. I do like the theory that, which isn't only a theory so far, of how everything matches up. Because if you match up the ending, the episodes of the last episode of WandaVision and this, at the end when He Who Remains doesn't know what's going to happen anymore, and that point in WandaVision where it matches up perfectly. So that's interesting to see what it is.
Okay, so that makes me want to watch WandaVision now that I've seen Loki.
Again, as long as you like sitcoms, you'll be okay through it.
Well, I did watch my fair share of old sitcoms back in my younger days, so yeah. I'm not a huge fan of sitcoms today.
I'm not either. I don't watch older ones so much anymore. So it didn't really hit well with me, but like the last episode was great. So, but yeah, Loki was good. I enjoyed it. All the callbacks. I mean, Richard A. Grant as fucking old Loki was amazing.
Oh yeah,
Glorious he knocked Purpose. That shit out of the park. Like, hell yes. Boo, what are you putting, trash?
Sitcoms, I think.
Yeah. Classic would kill it. Yeah. Skip binge watch. Skip the first 3 episodes. I've heard that is getting through the first 3 episodes is good. Maybe I will at some point, but there's so much media I can't watch. Like literally, I watched the first episode and I'm just like, I don't fucking care about your bullshit. Like, there's no hook in no real hook in the first 15 minutes or 10 minutes of WandaVision, and I just couldn't. Like, you need to have a hook. It is, I'll say it again, the height of arrogance the way they started that series off. So, in any case, Loki was not the height of arrogance. I actually like what they did with it. There's things I want to talk about, but I'm saving it for when Ferk and I talk about it.
I enjoyed that first episode, and it grabbed me and kept me there.
Yeah, Xander, I can't. If it's bad, I can't. I'm not gonna watch it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch it. There's too much media for that shit. Harsher, that's not a hook. You need to make people invested, and I didn't give a shit.
Also, hi, Harsher.
I didn't care about anything that was going on, so I was just like ejected. The only reason I watched the most of the last episode was because Banyan was watching it downstairs, and I walked by to get a drink or something. And I'm like, well, this is interesting, and I sat down and watched it, and it was good. No, I mean, it's not for everyone. Remember, I know I am weird because I absolutely hate sitcoms nowadays. Like, I can't even watch old ones too much. It's very hit or miss. It's just too much. That's my level of I don't care. There's certain ones I can watch.
I definitely feel like I need to go back, and after watching Loki and watch WandaVision, and who knows, maybe there are other things I will see in WandaVision that I wouldn't have noticed if I had watched it before seeing Loki.
Maybe. I think you enjoy WandaVision. I think you should definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
So there you go. Again.
So that's the end of our podcast.
Loki 0 shots of crack. 0 shots of crack and that too. 0 space herpes. Though I do give the last episode 1 because it's setting up, and it's too much setting up the next things rather than doing its own thing.
Yeah, but a lot of setting up.
A 1 is not a bad rating. It's a really good rating. It's just that was my thing. I felt the tiniest bit disappointed, but I'm like, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. It was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I had a good time with it. Tom Hiddleston is just amazing in it. I think it cracked me up when they said they're casting, because we'll reference, they're casting no names for these big Marvel spots, and Tom just blows this shit out of the water.
Give them a chance. Let them. Yeah. If you have good casting people who are looking to see what that person will be good at, you can knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I enjoyed the shit of it. Yeah. Well, guys, we appreciate you coming over. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening. We're going to send you off to Holly Monster tonight. And get y'all sitting on there. Guys, please, 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 please take care of yourself. Please watch out for each other. Please get your vaccination. Please continue to be masked. Come back and see us for More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm John.
I'm Kathy.
Good night.
I'm still wearing swimsuits. I'm looking
Not
to sleep
really,
in
John, are you?
I am. Ask you something only John would know. Ha Or listen to the rant I did earlier. That's vintage John.
It's not letting me rate.
John.
Well, guys, we're not rating.
It
says you used raid.
Oh,
in
really?
my chat, it says More Than Dice
Yeah.
is rating Holly Monster with 18 raiders.